First up we got Lego Brawls. This game looks cool and very quirky, fun. I mean, you have Lego figurines beating each other up like there's no tomorrow. You can customize it however you want. You can be a scrappy janitor ninja. You can be a sledgehammer swinging clown. There's a lot of customization here. There's also some epic teams. Second on the list is Last of Us Part 1. Basically like a full-blown like upgrade to the PlayStation 5. I would not even call it a remake because it's something else basically. They just updated everything for the PlayStation 5. It's more like everything up to snuff that was in Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be in Part 1 now. It's gonna be basically the definitive edition. Oh my god, don't blame me for saying it wrong. Basically it's gonna have improved screens. Basically it's gonna have all the technology from the PlayStation 5 built into it, with how how amazing Part 2 looked. It's gonna be even looking better, I guess, or around the same. It's gonna be faster load time, of course. I mean, everything from the PlayStation 5 is in this game, so you're gonna have fast load times. The haptic feedback is gonna be back with the controller, with the weapons and the fighting and stuff. The adaptive triggers, of course, are also coming to the game, and then the 3D audio is also giving that game another boost that it needed, in my opinion. Now, if you want to play the best version the game can offer, that's why I put it on the list here. Next on the list we have TemTem. TemTem is a game where you have like a full-on story mode. It's like a Pokemon type game, but then for Xbox and PC. It's been out on PC actually for a while, since 2020, but it's such a cool game. This game has me so hyped basically. But yeah, what do we have? We have a full-blown story campaign. We got an online world. We can actually travel around, see people around you because it's a massive multiplayer online. We got co-op, so you can join friends all the time. You got even a housing where you can build your own house and decorate it all the way you want, with new furniture to buy, coloring of walls, and you can invite your friends over. There's also customization, of course. You can make your own character look how you want it to be. Next game on the list we got Steelrising. It's a game in the French resolution. It looks very heavy on combat, like a Dark Souls type game. We got some automatons fighting each other basically. You got this crazy weapon that looks like a clock in one of the trailers. It looks just totally bonkers. I think it looks very beautiful in the French Revolution time. I think it reminds me a little bit of Bloodborne. The combat seems to be a little bit faster paced than most of those games. It looks very intriguing in how the world works and what's going on here. I'm very intrigued with this game, looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about the game because I don't want to spoil myself, of course. But this game is basically coming out on September 8th for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. Next on the list we got Splatoon 3. It's a quirky game, of course. You all know it, we all know it. It's a game about just shooting people, painting the world. You got a full-blown story mode here. We got new guns. There's even like a shark where you can surf on the shark and explode on people. It's quite fun, I have to say. Looks fun. There's like a full-blown story mode here where you go into with Agent 3 against the evil Octarian army. It's quite quirky, I have to say. There's also something like a horde mode, basically co-op. You got cards that you have to collect. I haven't played the other games, so I don't know too much about this, but I thought it was an interesting pick from our team at 40QTV, and we were like, yeah, this should be on the list for people to know. It's basically coming out on the Switch on September 9th. Next on the list we got our awesome game called Metal Hellsinger. This game is basically like a rhythm shooting game. There's a lot of tricks and all that kind of stuff going on, combo system. If you ever played Bullets Per Minute, game I really recommend, by the way, that I played on PC for a while. Yeah, this is basically like the same type of genre where you rock to the beat. This is metal type game where there's an awesome track with a lot of very important artists like System of a Down, Serge Tankian. I don't want to butcher these names. Matt Heavy from Trivium. We got Alyssa White Glass from Arch Enemy. Randy Blight from Lamp of the God. There's also narration by none other than Troy Baker with the epic story mode, and we got the challenge mode as well. Next on the list we got Return to Monkey Island, which is like a click based adventure. The game is basically done again from over 32 years ago. The game is from 1990, so if you play the game back then, it's basically reminiscent of the older game. Basically, it's a classic point and click adventure in the modern era. Basically, it's gonna be with pirates and a legendary crew. It's gonna be a free horse armor if you pre-purchase the game as well. It's just sitting in your inventory. It's basically a spoof of something funny. I think it has to do with Oblivion from Elder Scrolls, but yeah, talking about that aside, it's basically an iconic series that just returns to fame after so many years being dormant, basically. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This game is coming out on September 19th, and it's coming out on the PC and the Switch. Next up we got another game called Soulstice, which is basically an action game, more like a hack and slash in my opinion, with cool combat where you basically have a sister, which is like a ghost type character. She got magical abilities. You're more the heavy hitter of the two. You can fight in synergy, of course. There's a whole world to explore. It's city ruin basically. There's a lot of customization with weapons and abilities, of course, because she can do different things than you. So you basically blend the two styles together. You got different enemy classes like Wraiths, there's Corrupted, Possessed, and all. Basically, story is that you need to know where you're coming from, your origin, basically, through a dark story filled with sisterly love and sacrifice. They're basically trying to explore their own powers like a chimera. It's something weird, very interesting. It's a mature game as well, so there's gonna be some gore, blood, and all that kind of stuff. So it's right up my alley. I'm really looking forward to this. This game is basically coming out on September 20th on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles. And last on the list we got none other than Moonbreaker. Moonbreaker is a game that I saw at Gamescom. I was really amazed by what they're going for. So basically it's like a turn-based strategy game where you have like one captain and 10 people that you command, and you have to kill the other captain on the other team. The cool thing about this game, it's a miniature game. They don't animate, they're just basically miniatures on the board. It feels like a miniatures game, it looks like a miniatures game. It's made by people that love everything Warhammer and all that stuff. Made by the people from Subnautica, so that's also really cool in my opinion. really doing something different here. But the coolest thing about this game, in my opinion, is the painting system. So basically, everybody that knows me loves that I painted miniatures some time ago. I stopped doing that, but this game is basically letting me do it digitally, which is an entirely different thing. It's gonna have all the different quirks you can do when you paint miniatures in real life, like dry brushing, layering, glazing, blending, feathering, stippling, airbrushing, wet blend. It's insane. It looks very cool. All those miniatures will be on the board as you have painted them. You can also do the standard scheme, of course, but this game is the most fun game I'm looking forward to this month. Apparently I can't get the game in Belgium because it's not available in my region. I don't know why. I'm gonna ask the developers about that, because I do really want to play this game in early access when it releases on September 29th.